Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to show you guys this cute ephemera holder that's great for your digi kits you can cut up and put in here, your just little bits that you want to put in here, and some stuff that you want to add to your journals. It's a great little pocket. Let's see, so you open it up. And in here, you have a small little pocket up top. Just a small little pocket here to put all your stuff in. And then you have a deeper pocket right here. And man, it is just so nice to have. And you could put all the bigger stuff here. And then anything that doesn't fit in these pockets, this back pocket here, so I just threw this back here, works great. I mean, you could get all this in here. That. So this is just for the taller stuff in the back here. So it is, I mean, I love it. It's just, you can have it organized how you want it. And what I'm doing is DigiKits and the Ephemera 2022. This is the one with Louise Hensel. And it's her freebie. So I went and printed that off and put it in here, and then just stuck on the outside what it is. So then when I have these sitting on my desk, I can look at them and say, oh, okay, that's what's in there, and be able to open it and get it and keep it all together. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. So let's move this over here. And this is some of the stuff that we will use, and I'm sure I'll add to it. I always do. But what we're going to need is some scrap papers. Just any kind of scraps. So this is great to use up your scraps. This is the way I did it. So I just got some cuttings here, and just any scraps you got hanging around. Manila envelope or manila folder I'm going to use too. Just a little piece of it, just for the connector right here, for the closure. A brad, some water and glue, 50-50, and a paintbrush. Or if you don't want to do that, you can do a glue stick to glue it on. Some punches. I just got my 1-inch and my 2-inch punches. I'm just moving everything to the side. Some scissors, a crocodile or just a punch. We just need the whole punch part. Some inks if you want to ink. So those are good. And a cutter. I'm using my cutter today. So you will never guess what I made this out of. Yep. Super easy. I'm sure somebody has one hanging around. And it is a fast food bag. And this is just a Taco Bell fast food bag. So I can get 2 of them out of this one, which is nice. So grab out your bags, get out your cutters, grab your supplies, and let's get to it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it. No precise measuring or anything. I'm just going to cut it in half, just how I think I should do it. I mean, you can even make one smaller like this and have a bigger one. And you could do it however you would like. I mean, you can even take it if you want to get precise. Fold it in half like this. There you go. Crease it. Find your middle. And there you go. Do it that way. Like that. Okay, so I'm just cutting it in half. All right, we'll just use one side. So what I'm gonna do, make sure you guys are in frame here. Oh, I have a little bit of head up above. Okay, there. So we'll leave it like that. And my art glitter glue. See, I'm throwing in other stuff already. So I'm using my art glitter glue to look through here and just find some of the loose ends like this. Okay, just kind of get that done. Just anything that looks like it's just, you know, sticking up too much, just kind of tack it down. Okay. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today. Getting out your supplies and crafting along with me. Because you never know until you get it out and start doing it to see what will happen. Okay, so now, let's get my cutter because I cannot cut a straight line. And what we're gonna do is this part right here is I'm gonna cut just a little bit off of it. Just a smidgel. Just enough to open the bag up at the end here. So you can see, just like that. Okay. All right, so what that did was just opened up the bag. Okay, so you got this part just opened. Now, what you're going to want to do is just go and glue all these pieces together. Just get it glued. And now, just for height's sake here, for how high we want it, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it here. What I want to do is I'm going to go over to my sewing machine. Let me think here. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pop a little hole with my 2-inch here. And this is just on the outside layer. Okay. See, there's 2 layers here. This is going to be a pocket, and then this is going to be the pocket. So I'm going to punch a hole just right here on the outside layer. And then now I'm going to go to my sewing machine and just start at the bottom. Do a back stitch, go all the way around it, up through the top, down, and then a back stitch. So I'm just going to go all the way around it. And I just went ahead and just did it around like that. So we got a little pocket here. And a little pocket there. You got a little tiny pocket that only goes to like here, because that's the part where you fold up the bag. And then you got your big pocket in here, so it goes all the way down. Okay? And the fun part begins. Well, it's all fun. But what I want to do, okay, what I like to do here, now, like I said, it's optional, but it's I like the way it kind of crinkles up everything. It just makes it all kind of crinkly, is when you do your glue and water mixture. Okay? But you can just do a glue stick if you want. Here we go. And let's get our scraps out. This is the best part too, is get all your scraps. Okay. So now, I'm just gonna take it, make sure this is mixed up. And this is just like Elmer's glue, white glue, and water. Okay. And what you do is just put a little bit down. Okay. And then you just pop down what you're putting on top. And you could do this with tea bags are great. Napkins work wonderful. Some of the pattern papers, like the sewing pattern papers, are great to use. So anything just to come and collage with that you have lots of and getting rid of some scraps. Okay, so I'm just going like that, and I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing here. I don't know if you guys can hear that frog. We're in Oregon here, and it's just been rainy and snowy and cold and just off and on, just weather. And the frogs are loving it. They're like, yep. So at night, especially, I mean, it's daytime right now, but at night you can hear tons of them. Our neighbors over across the way have a like a little pond in their backyard. And that is the spawning place for them all. So they're just over there croaking all night. It's kind of cool. It's really neat to listen to. But, yeah, that's when you know you're in the country. It's like, oh, yep. Not that the rooster's crowing all the time, remind you, but... and then our neighbors right here beside us have goats. So we always hear the little goats doing their thing. And I always think it's a kid, because that's why they're called kids, you know. A kid yelling or something. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's the goats. But they're cute. They breed them over there too, so they got little babies that run around. And oh my god, they're so cute. So you got big mama goats and baby goats and daddy goats. So it's just pretty fun. So it's starting to get a little springy around here. Definitely. Definitely. We're working on spring. Even though we've been having snow, it's like, really? I'm done with the snow. I'm ready for flowers. Because I think it'll be fun to do some dried flowers and do that in my artwork and stuff. And I make paper too in the summer, like handmade paper, and I'll be doing videos on that with you guys, doing some handmade paper and putting dried flowers in it and stuff, so that's fun to do for sure. Okay, so the wrinkles, don't worry about. I think they look great. I mean, if you're worried about them, you can just pop it and straighten it out, and just make sure you have some sturdy paper you're working with. But wrinkle for the, you know, to undo the wrinkles, but with a napkin or something, be careful. It might rip on you if you move it too much, but I don't mind it. And then, like, as it dries and stuff, and if I see anything that's popping up, I just take my art glitter glue and just pop it in there and glue it down. But overall, it does pretty good here. Okay. So we got that part. Like that. So that's the basics of doing all of it, okay? Is that you're just going to want to put the, you know, glue however you're going to glue. And then, let's see. Take some other papers for the background here. And I'll just do the same thing. I'll just stick some glue in it like that. I mean, you can even do the top part first if you want. And I'll go down a ways with it. And then just go like that. And then do the same thing. Okay. So just keep doing that. Put a little more glue. And I'm just going down inside the pocket here. Then I can show you guys what I do while it dries. It seemed to work when I did it, so why not try it again? Okay, so what I did is I took some kind of pencils or pens or anything like that. Maybe something a little thicker, and just kind of, I stuck it in the pocket. Just stick it in the little pocket just so it's not touching and it can dry open. And then do the same thing with the big pocket. Maybe do something a little thicker. Okay. So like that. And I just kind of stick something in there just to have it dry. Okay, and then I'm just gonna move it over. So I have one finished, but that's the basics of how I do that, is to do that. So this one's finished, and all I did is I did the exact same thing. I glued down on this side, and then I glued this side, and then I did this side. Okay, so it's all just glued, and then I let it dry. We're gonna take this and cover it. Just like that. And then this is the time, if you want, you can take your inks. And this is just vintage photo. There we go. And this is just for decorative purposes. I mean, you don't have to do this. I just thought it was fun. Okay. So I did that. And what we're gonna do is, when I folded this down, I didn't do like a hard fold on it. See how I left it kind of just rounded? So what I did is I didn't go straight to here either. I went like maybe 1/4 of an inch or so. Like that. There's the edge, and I just left like that much room. And then just kind of just gave it not really a hard fold. Like that. So I just left about that much room on each side. But if you want, you can press it down and do, you know, a good crease on it if you want. Okay, so I see where it's going to be. Train the paper where I want it. Okay, and this is when your hole punch comes in handy. You got the 3/16 and the 1/8, and I'm going to do 3/16 and just go ahead, or I'm going to do a 1/8 because I'm not setting an eyelet, so I'm just going to do a 1/8 inch, which is just a little small hole. And I'm going to go up as far as my crocodile will let me. Try to center it. A hole. And you got yourself a hole here. And this is when your manila folder. And I'm just taking my 1 inch. Doing 2 like that. Just taking my brad. Oop. Throwing around. Let's see this one. Now, these are really long, and I'm going to trim just a little bit off the bottom with my scissors. So use your old pair of scissors, do it over the trash, and then I just trim it. Just because, I'll show you. And be careful, it's really sharp, but we're going to cover it up. Go ahead and cover it. So we're going to stick it through here. And then close it loosely. You know, don't do it. Have it so you have room to get some twine or cord or something underneath it for the closure. So I just kind of make sure I have room. Okay, so when you cut this, don't cut it too short so you have room. Then we're going to glue this on top for safety reasons and for pleasure to look at too. aesthetically pleasing. Is that the word? Yeah, I think that is the word. Okay, so we're gonna take this. Hold that for a second. What I love about the art glitter glue is it grabs pretty quick. So I don't have to sit here and hold it for ever. So just get a good grip on it. Okay, and then this one we didn't glue because we want to get our twine on it. And here we go, and it's just a crochet cord is what I'm using. So I'm just getting up underneath it. Tie a couple knots. And I'm going to just cut it short. Okay. And the way I've been closing it is because we're going to do a pocket on the back. I just closed it sideways like this. So make it as long as you want. If you want to add a bead to it, we could do that. Because the reasoning for not closing it, and you can see, this way is because there's stuff back here. So it depends on how tall your stuff in the back is. But it just seems to work for me to go like this, and it keeps the flap down. And you go like that, and just close it sideways. Okay. So we did that, and now let's put our fun little pocket in the back. And this is just a little piece of 6x6, like cardstock. But you can use whatever you want. Anything in your scraps that will work, because this is a great scrap project. And if you're like me, you are overwhelmed with scraps. So I love anything that uses up scraps, for sure. I got my little dog Rudy sniffing around in here. I don't know what there's no food. I don't know what he's looking for. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, and then I'm just taking my 1-inch. Center as good as I can, and wow, I went flying. Pretty, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Sometimes he hides from the kitty, because the kitty likes to hide around corners and jump out at him, and it scares him. She's an older kitty that we adopted, and gosh, what is she, 9, almost 10? And she's a cranky old little kitty. Well, she's actually big. I've showed you guys in videos. I call her Patty, because she's a little pat. And she loves to hide around corners and scare Rudy, our dog, and just jump out. She doesn't do anything. She'll just jump out and give him a little heart attack. He's like, ah! So he comes in here to lay on his little bed so he can craft with me and get away from the kitty. I know, it's funny. Yeah, no. They're like your kids, you know. After your kids move out, you got your other kids hanging around. The dog and the cat. So it's so funny. Okay, let's see. There we go. Now we got a pocket. And you can do it as deep as you want, as shallow as you want. Whatever scraps you got works. Okay. And there we go. Oh, and I also wanted to add a fun little lace on it. Let's do a little lace. I think that looks great. Just do it the right way. So I'm just gonna go like this. There we go. I think I'll go up. Well, no, I don't want that to be in the way, so we'll just pop it right here. Pop it down anywhere. So you can use up your lace scraps, your fabric scraps. I mean, this would be great to do with fabric too. And you could just glue down a bunch of, you know, patchwork fabric on it. That's a great idea. That would be fun. I would love to hear in the comments, you know, what you guys made and how it turned out. And I even, I'll post this over onto my Snowstorm Crafts Facebook group. And when I have this posted, you guys can down in the comments post what you guys made. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I don't know if that's gonna hold. I might have to use my Fabrifix because that works better with fabric. Yep. So just find whatever glue works for you. But this helps with the fabric part. Good old art glitter glue is great for paper. I mean, great for paper. And then throw in some fabric or any other kind of, you know, textures. It's good to throw in some like fabric tack or, you know, Fabrifix. One of those kind of glues. But the reason I love Fabrifix, but you got to catch it before it dries and go like this, and you can ball up the glue bits that are squished out. Then it's not all shiny, you know. So you just gotta kind of make sure to catch those. And there we go. Good as new. Well, not really new, but good as new to us, right? Now, the fun thing is depending on what you want to put in here. So let's see. I got these. I put them on last night. I put them on a onion dyed file folder. So I went ahead and glued these all on. And I want to go through and sew them. And I will eventually. I'm going to just do some zigzag sewing. So maybe some, you know, wavy sewing back and forth. And just some fun things like that. And what this is the... So I went through and did the Ephemera 2022 one with 49 Dragonflies and Louise Hensel. So these are fun. And just to know what's in here, I'm going to glue these down. Then I know what I have in there. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Just to do some labeling, trying to be a little organized. It's always good to be organized. I try to be. Okay. And what you can do is, I do have some of this scraps here. Since we're doing a scrap theme. And this is tea-dyed paper, so let's move these out of the way for now. And what you could do is, I don't want any straight edges. So I don't know if you guys know this trick, but I saw on 49 Dragonflies. If you know the white part, like how I ripped it here, and you have the white part like that, that's if you rip it towards you. So if you rip it away from you, then the white part's on the other side. You know, it'd be better to show you guys on something dark. Here, like this. Okay, so see how I rip it towards me? It has the white part like that. But if you take it and rip it away from you, so here's a little tip and trick. If you rip it away from you, the white side's on the other side. So depending on how you want your, you know, your artwork to look, just depending on which way you rip it. So ripping down, you don't see the white. Ripping towards you, you see all the white. So there you go. So that's kind of fun. Speaking of the kitty, I don't know if you guys can hear her. Oh, here, let's go this way. She's telling me that she's back in the house. She's a talkative. She's not even a Siamese, where Siamese talk all the time. She's just talkative. She just loves to talk. I guess just like her mom. I talk too much sometimes. That's why I just chatter away to myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna ink this up. So I have conversations with her. And she answers back. So I'm just doing something fun behind it. Since we ripped it, we might as well use it. I don't want to cover up my dragonflies, so I'm going in between. Okay. And that's fitting with 49 dragonflies. So there we go. So you can get a little creative with it and just, you know, and if you don't have, you know, names of what it is or anything like that, you could just take one of your printables and, you know, rip around it if you want, do a little inking, and then just put that on the front, and that will remind you what kind of, what's in it, you know, like the same, because these are all kind of the, you know, the same look to them with the same color background, and just some fun. See, I'm going to sew, so that's why I just kind of did it with a glue stick and got these all glued on here. But so just some fun things to work with, the little journaling cards, and you can make them into little tags if you want. So it's just fun, just fun little things to play with. And I will put this link down below of where I got these. Yeah, I'll have to find it. So if I don't remember to do that, remind me. I'll find it and put it down below. And they're free. These are all the free printables. So that makes it amazing. So let's see here. I'll do some of these. So you can put some in the big pocket. And just remember, this is made out of a fast food bag. So everybody has one of those hanging around probably, you know, at one time or another. And then this is the shorter bag, as you can, or shorter pocket. So it goes to about here, as you can see. So, I mean, this is too big, but you can find the smaller bits. I got these off of hers too. I mean, yeah, the Louise Hensel. So these are just some fun printouts, but these are the smaller little bits and stuff. So these are great just to stick inside the little top pocket. Okay, so that's what I was doing up here, is that you got different sizes to play with. So all your little ones that you have, you know, if they're down way in deep in a pocket, that's just a pain in the butt to get to. So now you can just go, oh, there they are, and just kind of look through your little things. And then the bigger stuff you could put, you know, in the big pocket here. And then the big stuff, I just kind of just stuck back here and did that. So this is all organized with this printout. So I know that one's that. And then this one's with them together. And I was trying to find something small to put into the small pocket. I mean, this one might fit here. So that works. So you got your little small pocket up top to put some stuff. Yeah, these are going to be fun to play with. Okay. I think these are too long. Oh, no, there you go. So there, you can put, those fit perfect. So look at us. I'm getting organized already. So yeah, that works. It's like perfect size. So I'm sticking all these in here. Like this. And this would work. It doesn't have to be a fast food bag. You could do it with, you know, just a bag and cut it to size. And you could do it with like the smaller fast food bags. Like this one I just was happened to make, you know, I can make another one out of this side too and do the same thing. And, but yeah, you don't need to have a fast food bag. But that's the fun part is, you know, you have it, you're hanging around and you want to recycle it. then yes, please. That's what we need to do more of, is recycling. Okay, so and they're nice and sturdy, and they just got a cool feel to them. I love the feel. That's why I like using using the glue and water, but see how it's popping up a little on the side here? And this is just for my use. It's not, I'm not reselling them or anything like that. So, you know, they can have a little character. I'm just gonna have them just for my organizations. And they're nice and thin, so you can slide them and just slide them, you know, on a bookshelf or something, or put them in, and you've got, just be able to pull them out and you're ready to go. Okay, so let's do that. And you can see you can get a good amount of stuff in here. And I'm gonna put these back here, like that. And there we go. And I'm gonna go grab a bead and let's put a little cute charm or something on the bottom. And there we go. Got a cute little bead on the bottom. And here's our other one, and I added a little bead here, just a little wooden bead. And there we go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please, if you could, if you liked it, hit the like button for me. It helps me out so much. And make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. And like, comment, and share, and keep on crafting, guys.